What's up everyone, how's it going? It's been a while since I put up a video, probably nearly 3 weeks now, coming at you from my little studio here. And one of the reasons why is I've been flat out busy with editing work. So finally just submitted that last client project, and we've locked into more for the next few weeks. But I've got some downtime today, so I'm going to shoot a video today. It's going to be on the firmware update for the Canon EOS R firmware version 1.4.0, I think it is. So I'm going to jump straight into that, but I just wanted to show you real talk, real life. This is what my office looks like right now, or this little studio here. It looks terrible. It has stuff literally littered everywhere. But before I do a cleanup and get into this video, I want to show you, just so you know that, hey, life isn't perfect. Sometimes we're working and things just go to crap, really, literally crap. Anyway, so have a look at this. This is my office right now. Check it out. So this is just in my hallway here and coming around. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's crazy. Let me get some light on here. There's some light. Now, you guys know that I said I would show you the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. This is just all different stuff that still isn't unpacked from our move. This is a new internet dongle and everything that I've got. Down there is my old keyboard and some cables and stuff, some Manfrotto gear. This is like the dump spot for everything. It's an old management book that I have to actually give back to a friend of mine. And this is just like all this, like my two watches that where both the batteries went flat, like super fast, and so that's there. And then just papers, and oh my gosh, this is like a little lens holder that a friend got me. It's actually a mug, but it's got some crap in it at the moment, some ND filters I'm no longer using because I'm onto the Polar Pro filters, just other random boxes and things. This is still not packed from when I moved, still not unpacked, and I think this one's got some stuff in it too that's not unpacked. This is my son's little car here. Yeah, so guys, this is the state of my office right now. This is like a pedal for my guitar, my acoustic, and another DI box, some lenses, some other bits and pieces, iPad on top here, and like other boxes that I haven't found spaces for yet. So this is the real life situation right here. This is like, yes, headphones, notepads, like it is just literally, this. Okay, I wanted to show you about this. I got this because I was needing to do some labeling and stuff like that. This thing's cool, Brother P-Touch. I'll leave a link in the description for something like this if you guys are keen to get something like this. But check it out. I want to show you what I did. So I had all these loose hard drives and kind of a lot of like these kind of hard drives. So like, okay, this is like the Seagate version, and this is like a 6 terabyte or 8 terabyte. So I've got some 6 terabytes. Not going to focus, I don't think, for me. I got some 6 terabytes, some 8 terabytes. Anyway, what I did is I actually removed them from the casing, and I got this little guy from Orico. Let me have a look. I'll put the link in the description below too to this. But look at this. This is a first for me, having such organized. So while the whole office is in a mess, this is fairly well organized. So I've got one 8 terabyte drive here, 3 terabyte, and I've kind of labeled them all, and these labels 003. Let me just actually change focus so it's not hunting here for you. There we go. So these labels here basically are the numbers I've got on a spreadsheet on my computer. So it shows me all the files that are on this archive, and 006 will show me all the files on this archive. Then I got my old Lacy. This is the first Lacy 1 terabyte I ever bought, with backup photos and stuff when I was into landscape photography. This one here is a 6 terabyte archive. So basically that has what I've got on my working 6 terabyte drive, all archived and backed up. So now look at that, that's beautiful. My OCD is cured. I got 2 more slots for the next 2 drives that I offload. And as well as that, this is not supposed to be a, hey, this is my setup video, but I'll show you anyway, my RAID system here, and it's just underneath here. You probably can't see very well, but let me just bump the exposure here for you. Cool, so there's my RAID. It's a Promise Pegasus. It is a Thunderbolt 2 system because I'm still rocking the old MacBook Pro, but basically in this I've got 4 drives 2 terabytes each, so 8 terabytes total. And then I'm just backing it up to a 8 terabyte Seagate drive on the other side. So I'll show you that here now. So basically down there is I've got another 8 terabyte drive there that I'm backing it up to. And that 8 terabyte drive is basically my backup here. And then I use Backblaze. So if you have a look here on my computer screen here, I'll show you. And this is not supposed to be how I back up my footage, but I thought I'd just show you. This is kind of just got this set up now. This one here is Backblaze. And so it's saying I've still got to upload 33 gig of files here. So basically I jump into preferences and it'll pop up here. This is the system I'm using for my backups. So this all goes up to the cloud. So I've got 3 separate tiers of backups, and that's all that. The only other thing in this office is some junk on the floor here. I got my guitar there, electric. It's a nice Fender Stratocaster, and just bags, you guys. Bags and some tubs and some rubbish that needs to go out. So there you go. Let me flip back around. So there you have it. That is my office right now, the situation right now. Let me get into this video. Let me set up the camera and go through the process of the firmware update for you guys. And yeah, I want to tell you my thoughts on it. I'm not going to do the whole, look at me, look, it's focusing on my eye. Wow, look how good it focuses, because I don't really do shots or shoots where I need it to focus that well. I love already the autofocus and the face tracking autofocus on the Canon EOS R. It's probably by far one of the best for like DSLR / mirrorless out there. I know there's a few extra features on the Cine line of Canons that's probably better, but for what I do, it's perfect on the EOS R. So I'm not going to do a whole like, whoa, look at me, yeah, woohoo, nothing like that. I just want to show you how to install the firmware for yourself, and yeah, just take you through that. And then once that's done, I'll say see you later for this video. But anyway, let's jump straight through to that now, and I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, so here we are at the desk, and I'm just going to jump straight onto Canon, download the firmware. So this is a bit exciting to get this firmware up and running. So let me go to canon.com. Products, here we go. Products, cameras and camcorders, DSLR mirrorless cameras. And let's go to find the EOS R. Where are you? There it is. Boom. Got a special on at the moment. See that? 1,099. 1,999. It's pretty good. Good special. Get product support. Let's try this. Manuals, software development kits, drivers and downloads. Here we go. Firmware. Right. 1.4.1 Mac OS X. Woohoo! Found it. Download. Is it letting me download it? Did it download already? It didn't download yet. You must agree to the terms and conditions. Okay, cool. Right. Downloading now. Allow. Cool. All right, so that is downloaded. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the SD. Actually, I've got an SD that I'll use here. Put this into the computer. Copy the firmware onto this. So I'll do that now. And the file we just downloaded has come up here. We're just going to double click it. It's going to open it up here. Put that card into the computer. Now we're just formatted. And it should pop up here as EOS Digital. So we're just going to take those documents that we just, where are they? These ones, copy this one. Across to here and just paste it in there. Great. Now we're going to eject this. Take the card out. Card back into the camera. And flip the camera on. We know we've got a new battery, so we are all good there. So we're going to flip the camera into the photography mode. Jump into menu and then firmware comes available. What's interesting is that, yeah, if you're in manual shooting mode here, there'll be no option in this menu 6. So it's the wrench menu 6, but the option will be disappeared unless you are across in, so let's go again, mode, button, info, manual shoot. Now when we hit menu, then the firmware becomes available. So, and don't look, but I didn't update my firmware yet from the original up to 1.3 either. So finally updating now. So let's update the current firmware, and I'm going to click OK on that and let it do its thing. Now I don't want to touch the camera or anything at all in this process. I want to let it do its thing. So I'm not touching any of the controls, nothing like that, because I don't want it to fry my camera. So just let it go. And again, the battery was fully charged. So that little caveat where you have to be in the manual mode, that's a really important step as well. So basically let this firmware load now, and I'll probably fast forward this a little bit. So then it loads up into this and it says select the new version. So I know it's EOS R 0140. So I can hit the set button and click OK. So now it will update, and I must make sure I don't touch the camera or turn off the power or anything like that, and let this go through the process. And I'll fast forward ahead to this being done. All right, so just about to get finished and 99% done. And it says it's complete. So all I do is just hit OK. Oh, I can't hit OK. I can use the set button. And she fires up, and here we go. We're back in business. So let's have a look at, if I click on back to video mode, manual. Let's have a look here at the focus detect option. We have got tracking, and go OK. Eye detection AF enabled. So what I'll do is I'll set up the camera and finish this video, and we'll see how the eye detection works. Cool, so now I'm recording with the eye AF, and I thought, because I do wear glasses often, so I thought I'd test it out with glasses on and see what you guys think. You know, is it tracking my eye with the glasses on, or is it just kind of doing normal face tracking? And what happens when I take my glasses off? Does that catch my eye? I'm actually not looking at the screen, I'm just looking down the barrel here, but yeah, I guess you'll be the judge of whether this is working or not, whether it's picking up my eye and focusing, or whether it's not. And what happens if I put my glasses on? Does it then lose focus? But you know, this is the scenario that I'll mainly be using it for, and for interviews as well. So I feel like this is probably all I'll be doing when I'm using IAF. So I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to work really well, and I've seen it work and catch on really amazing. Even for things like gimbal work, if you're a wedding videographer or a wedding cinematographer, using it on a gimbal and having IAF on, you know, catching the eye of the bride or the groom, for things like anything that you're doing where you want to have it ramp the focus when you're moving in towards a subject, that's going to be awesome as well. So I think Canon keep changing the game with the IAF, and you know, when the EOS R came out and everyone was, you know, hammering it about the crop factor and everything, and now the adoption of the EOS R is massive. So I think it's awesome and a really good step, and I love the Canon, I love the EOS R, I love the camera. The system is so easy to use. Even from the first time I ever used it, had it in my hands and used it at a gig where I shot some live music, it was amazing. And since then, I've just grown to love it more and more. So guys, if you're just new to the channel as well, I want to say welcome, and hey, hit the subscribe button, because I'm growing really well. Like I think we're at 4,500 subscribers. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. And you know, the channel just continues to grow, and I continue to put out content like this. I think is really helpful. And you've seen a little bit of my world in the beginning of this video. So hey, don't hate on me. I'm actually going to get to cleaning this up now and get it sorted for the next few videos that I'm going to be putting out, so that it is actually really well sorted and clean and tidy. And I would encourage you to, if you're in a space that kind of gets messy, you need to keep it clean and tidy. It helps your creativity. This is certainly not the norm for me. I normally run a pretty tidy office, but it has been a busy couple of weeks. So subscribe if you're not already. Like this video if you got something from the content, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Bye for now.